The number of electric cars will increase. No one will deny that. Most likely, this trend is what triggered so many people to lend money to Fastned, that and the 6% interest, no doubt. Their basic argument is this one. The number of electric cars will grow, therefore Fastned's revenues will grow, and therefore Fastned will create value. Now this may sound logical, but it is most definitely an invalid argument. Because revenue growth does not presume that value will be created. Revenues are necessary for value creation, of course, and the possibility of value creation for Fastned is not zero, but simply assuming it will create value is unwise because it ignores the information that points in the opposite direction. At thestrategyacademy.com, you will learn how to analyze companies and industries in such a way that nothing important is overlooked. In Fastned's case, application of the Academy's strategy script model would guide you in asking some crucial questions, including, will the number of electric cars grow fast enough for Fastned to create value? And how many car owners will actually make use of Fastned services and how often? Or even more fundamental, will the investments in Fastned's charging stations allow for value creation at all? And when working on answering these questions, you will learn that the very belief that Fastned can generate enough revenues to cover its expenses and repay its debt simply cannot be justified in any meaningful way. As a result, the only reasonable thing to say is that it is in fact justified to believe that Fastned will not be able to create value. Now, this does not mean it is a certainty, but it does mean there are no good reasons to justify the belief that Fastned will create value, and without good reasons, we can only speculate and depend on luck, which makes an investment in Fastned a gamble and not a well-founded decision. And for Fastned's management, it means they are left hoping for success. But of course, hope is not a strategy. And as one of my earlier videos has shown us, such unjustified thinking has nothing to do with knowledge. At the Strategy Academy, you'll learn to analyze companies in this way and how to understand an industry's deeper structure. And to illustrate what this would mean and look like on paper, I include a link to such an analysis for Fastned in the comments, free for you to download. It'll show that you too would be able to draw all the important conclusions regarding Fastned's industry simply by addressing the strategy script model's questions. And here are some of these answers regarding Fastned and the fast charging industry you will find in the case study. 1. Fast charging assets have a very limited geographical market reach, and they cannot be moved without incurring high costs. 2. From the start, a charging station's revenue-generating capacity is limited by physical and technical constraints. 3. Roadside fast-charging customers are likely to be largely, if not completely, indifferent to a specific fast-charging option, and as a result, it's nearly impossible for Fastned to build a loyal customer base. And finally, current battery ranges make it easy to plan charging sessions, and in doing so, customers will logically try to avoid charging at Fastned because it is more expensive and one has to wait by the car. This effectively reduces its service offering to a fallback option for electric car owners only. These conclusions and many, many more surface logically when you apply the strategy script model. And that's what it is designed to do, to guide you in establishing a foundation of relevant facts and passing relevant judgments on what these facts mean for future value creation, regardless of the industry or company. So, if you like this example and want to improve your strategic thinking skills rather than speculate about business, be sure to visit the strategyacademy.com website or subscribe to our YouTube channel. There you will find all the information you need.